His in the Dark and His in the Fire by Willow Winters, one of our attending authors for Heathens and Heartbreakers in 2027. I'm so excited to talk about this. Let's get into it. Book 2 in this Hades and Persephone retelling just released February 3rd, so we now have the full duet. This was my first time going into a Hades and Persephone retelling, and to be honest, I went in pretty ignorant, not knowing much about Greek mythology. My husband, that is his forte. He is great with history, and I ask him for everything. But I actually dove into Google a lot and really wanted to just get to know the hierarchy and the world behind this before I even got into the book. Even if you didn't do that, it was such a romantic, beautiful duet. This is a duet that's wrapped up in Greek mythology and an almost gothic melody. This literal touch her and die was more than just a dark romance though. You're learning the ins and outs of Elysium, walking the paths of the lost souls, and seeing the workings of the underworld. Persephone is losing her magic, and her constant feeling of being inferior surrounded by all the gods on Olympus, it's dwindling her even more. Her father Zeus too busy to care, and her mother Demeter really just loving her regardless. Hades has always been enamored with her though, thinking she's the most beautiful thing in the universe. His obsession and desire grows for her until eventually he brings her down to the underworld against her will. But when her power appears to come back in his domain, not only is she confused, but she's drawn even more to his realm. A game of roulette that Hades is playing, refusing to return her back to Zeus and Olympus, and especially Demeter. Persephone is his, and he will wager everything to keep her forever. Leaving us on a cliffhanger, you don't know if anyone will survive. Book 1, 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. Let's go over to book 2, which I was anxiously waiting to get into. We pick up right where we left off with Persephone in Olympus, blindsided after her time in Elysium. She learns the truth and all the lies that her father told her and didn't tell her. Not only that, she learns the secrets Hades held from her. We are thrown into a world set on fire with emotion, war, and impossible choices. Persephone knows where she belongs, longing for her seat on the throne with Hades. But she has a choice to make: Hades or her mother. Now, obviously this book is a little bit heavier than book 1. The yearning and angst is top tier. More is riding on her decisions. Demeter will starve the world for her return, and Hades will burn it down. The political game of the gods and the way that prophecy plays a role in their choices and their lives makes this book so much better than just a typical romance. It gives it so much more depth. The impossible choice of choosing our lover or choosing duty, but never fully belonging to either. I read a review and I thought it was perfect. Book 1 is the descent into darkness. Book 2 is the reckoning, and that is the best way to put it. If you have not read these, I highly suggest. Book 2 was a 4 out of 5, also an 8 out of 10. These were fantastic books. Willow Winters did an amazing job. The way that Hades loves her and his devotion for her is so incredibly romantic and dark and beautiful and romantic. I think we all deserve a Hades in our life. Okay, thanks, bye.